Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam Ramadan. I hope everyone is safe. Okay, so this video will discuss about week number 8, which is application of integration. Okay, application of integration. So the first lesson we discuss about definite integration and also definite integration using substitution. And we know that previously in the week number 7 lesson, we discussed about the technique of integration. Is it? There is a substitution. There is a simplifying the fraction. There are integration by part. Okay, but today for this lesson kita discuss only for definite integration using substitution. Bila kita cerita tentang definite ni, I believe you understand, which is kita ada dua lah, which is whether you have a definite or indefinite. Yang discuss on the week number 7 tu is actually for indefinite integrals, which is there is no specific limit to define. Alright. Compared to definite integration, suppose there is a limit ataupun kita panggil sebagai boundaries. Usually kita use a lower limit and upper limit. Right? If you can see from here the notation, integration of from a to b of your fx dx, meaning your lower limit function of value for a over there, ni value for a, this one kita panggil sebagai lower limit. Lower limit. Okay, over here kita call as a lower limit. And for b, okay, for b over here we call as a upper limit. Alright. Okay. So which is we can identify the range of value in between these two functions. The function when we have a lower limit and upper limit. Before this, if we integrate in the indefinite, remember, let's say you have integration of fx, integration of fx. Dia tak ada upper limit, lower limit. If you integrate, you akan dapat capital of f, and then you have to put a plus c. Kenapa kena letak plus c? Because we don't know yet what is the boundaries for that function. So therefore we substitute with c. We replace with the capital C to represent the constant of integration. But when we have a limit, therefore the plus c constant over here is disappear, because kita boleh identify what is the value between, or what is the boundaries that we wanted to identify. After we integrate, no need to put the plus c. There is no more plus c sebab kita boleh substitute the value in between a and b. Okay. The notation, right? The notation for definite integration is you have to substitute the upper limit first into the result after you integrate. After that, you substitute with the lower limit. Substitute with the lower limit into the result of integration. Okay. So senang cerita, upper limit minus with the lower limit. Right? Upper limit minus lower limit. Okay. If you substitute wrongly, let's say you substitute by using the lower limit minus upper limit, you will have a negative value. That negative value represent you have a area that lies below the region that we want. Alright. Tapi kita sepatutnya gunakan upper limit minus lower limit. Okay. So hafal lah notation ni, because it's not given in exam. Alright. Upper limit minus lower limit. Okay. Over here I provide an example. You boleh go through. Okay. I'm using integration of 2x with respect to x from 1 to 2. Therefore, our lower limit is 1. And our upper limit is 2. Right. So, kalau you notice, if we integrate the 2x, you akan dapat x squared plus c, right? But since we have a limit for lower limit and upper limit, so substitute both value of x. For the lower limit 1, substitute 1 into this result of integration. So 1 squared is 1, right? And then substitute 2, so 2 squared equal to 4. So sebab tu nanti kat sini you akan dapat 4n, 4 minus 1. Alright, so the answer is 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay. Okay, kenapa tiba ada C pula ni? Because kat sini ni, do not need to put plus C as they cancel out. FB plus C minus FA plus C. If you open the bracket, so you akan dapat sini minus C, is it? So C minus C is 0. So tak perlu letakkan plus C. Okay. So actually for this example, takut ada yang confused, mana hilang C juga. So therefore I put a plus C over here lah. But actually kita cancel out at the end kat sini. Ini adalah you punya upper limit minus lower limit. So if you expand, open the bracket, so C minus C akan hilang, ni akan jadi 0 lah. Right? So the value after you integrate through x dx from 1 to 2, you will have a 3. Okay, so I think kita boleh skip sini. This is another example you can try. But once we use the trigonometric, make sure your calculator in the mode of radian, right? Yang ni yang ramai yang lupa lah. Actually, change your calculator mode into radian when you deal with the trigonometric. Okay, so this one aku nak skip. You boleh tengok, go through. I think as a summary, the definite integrals between A and B is the indefinite integral at B minus the indefinite integral at A. Remember, upper limit, you minus with the lower limit. Substitute your boundary, your upper limit into the result of integration, and then subtract with substitute your lower limit into the result of the integration, dapatkan result dia lah berapa value. Okay, and this one from delta, you boleh tengok, you boleh go through. Okay, so let's try to solve a few exercises from delta, from exercise 21.01, page number 365. But kita specific for the question 1, 2, 4 and 5. Kenapa I withdraw number 3 and number 6? Because it is out of syllabus. Alright. Okay, so we start from the basic. Okay, so question number 1, basic integrals. Okay, so evaluate lah technically, evaluate. So therefore evaluate, so integrate 4x plus 1, you akan dapat 4x squared over 2. Integrate 1, you will have x, and then put a big bracket, and outside the bracket letakkan limit, upper limit and lower limit. Therefore, I dah mention tadi, substitute the value, substitute the value into the limit. Yang kat sini ada tips, you boleh try gunakan CALC dalam calculator. Tapi ingat, before gunakan CALC ni, you kena gunakan the value ataupun alphabet yang ada dalam your calculator. You press alpha. Okay, press alpha and then you choose any alphabet. Let's say I'm choose alphabet for X, which is you kena gunakan open bracket punya symbol, nanti dia akan appear as an X. Tujuan dia kenapa kita gunakan CALC ni, sebab I nak cuba copy the result of integration. So therefore tak perlu nak tekan again and again your calculator. Right, as easy as you gunakan this method, CALC method, which is substitutekan the equation 4x squared over 2 plus x ni into your calculator, and then you just simply press your CALC button in order to substitute the 2 and 1, because tadi nanti later you akan substitute F2 minus dengan F1. Alright, okay, so let's try to solve yang ni. Okay, kalau you confuse juga gunakan CALC method ni, substitute one by one lah, okay, into your calculator. So kat sini kita simplify, you akan dapat 2x squared plus x with 2 and 1. Okay, so kat sini substitute lah. 2 squared plus 2 minus 2 1 squared plus 1. Okay, ini yang cakap ni. Kalau you tak nak gunakan CALC method, this is the suitable method yang you akan gunakan. Otherwise, kalau gunakan CALC method, press saja you punya value. And then dia akan tanya what is your x, so substitute x with 2. So if you substitute with 2, you akan dapat sini 10. Substitute with 1, you dapat 3. So 10 minus 3 is 7. Okay, moving on. Question C. Ini pun simple juga, which is integrate x squared, you akan dapat x cube over 3. Integrate of 2, you dapat 2x. So don't forget to put your upper limit and lower limit. And then baru you substitute. So 3 cube over 3 plus 2 times 3 minus 1 power of 3 is 1 divided by 3 plus 2 times 3. Is it correct? Oh, sorry, 1. Sorry. So kat sini, if you press your calculator, you akan dapat kat sini ialah 15 minus with 7 over 3. Therefore, you will have 38 over 3 or equal to 12.6667. Okay. So, kita tak guna lagi any teknik integration by substitution ke, integration by part ke, tak ada. Kita just very direct. Okay, last but not least, for this question, masih lagi under basic integration. If you see this question, even though ada squared, okay, biasanya kalau soalan macam ni, you just simply expand, right? So expand, you akan dapat x squared plus 6x plus 9 dx. Okay, tak perlu gunakan substitution lagi. Biasanya substitution, I dah mention last time, if your question consists of multiplication between two function, or maybe you ada fraction in between two function ke, alright, baru you suitable gunakan substitution or by part. Ataupun maybe kalau nak gunakan long division pun, you akan ada dua function yang divide ataupun dua function yang multiply, tapi long division biasa divide lah. Okay, tapi for this case tak perlu lah gunakan any method, you just expand sajalah. Kalau the power more than 1 ataupun more than 2, barulah suitable maybe untuk you substitute. Okay, now proceed. So therefore integrate x squared is x cubed over 3. Integrate 6x squared over 2. Integrate 9, 9x, 2 and 5. So yang ni kalau you press your calculator, if you substitute 5, you akan dapat kat sini ialah 161.6667. And then substitute 2 into your x, you akan dapat sini 98 over 3. So you akan dapat sini, your answer you akan dapat 192.00. So roughly is 129. So 129. Okay, I skip one step over here, which is substitute the value of the lower limit and upper limit. So harap you faham lah. Okay, ini sebab you boleh gunakan CALC method saja. Cuba praktiskan. Kalau tak familiar, cuba praktiskan. Alright, it's very time consuming lah. Okay, let's proceed to question number 2. Is focus for the integrals of trigonometric function. Okay, yang ini table, ni kena refer table of integration for trigonometry, boleh refer from delta. I hope you guys ada your own mind map ke whatsoever. Your notes lah you boleh refer. Otherwise boleh refer dekat delta, because in exam, if you nak be second, I tak provide table, tapi I try my best to provide lah. Okay. Okay, integrate cos, you will have sine x. It's very simple over here. Substitute with 0 to pi. Okay, so therefore you akan dapat sine pi minus sine 0. Press your calculator, make sure your calculator moon in radian. So 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. Okay. Next, secant. Okay, integrate secant. Yang ini I provide is dx is equal to tangent tangent x plus c. Okay, so integrate secant squared, you dapat tangent. So tangent x. Your lower limit is pi over 4, upper limit is pi over 3. So tangent pi over 3 minus tangent pi over 4. Alright. So again, press your calculator. You akan dapat sini square root of 3. Or maybe you can dapat decimal number. Doesn't really matter. Tangent pi over 4 is 1. So your answer will be 0.732. Alright. Another one, this time dia bagi hint, integrate sin squared x dx. Kenapa suddenly bagi hint? Because yang ini dia dah in the group of more than 1. When you have a power more than 1, it's not easy to integrate. So biasanya kita gunakan identity lah. Kita gunakan identity. So what kind of identity? Yang ni provide lah. So therefore kita kena gunakan dululah. Okay, by using this identity, so kita kena jadikan this sin squared x sebagai subject. Right, so move everything to the left hand side. So it's become, sorry you kena play around with this identity. Okay, I wanted to put this sin squared a as a subject. So I have to sin squared a equal to 1 minus cos 2a. It doesn't really matter about the a because yang ini hanya as a parameter ataupun just an unknown. You boleh replace with x later, kita boleh gunakan in order to answer this question. Alright, so further again, sebab kita nak hanya sin squared, so therefore you akan dapat 1 over 2 1 minus cos 2a. Baru kita boleh gunakan this kind of identity in order to answer this question. Alright, so 0 to pi over 2 sin squared x dx, kita boleh replace with 0 pi over 2 1 over 2 1 minus cos 2x. Okay, janganlah gunakan 2a because our variables over here in term of x. So jangan guna a, kita replace saja with x. Okay, so you can see from here there is a constant, put the constant outside. Easy for us to integrate later. So apa yang tinggal? 1 minus cos 2x. Okay, so integrate cos, saya dapat positive sign. Alright, so 1 over 2 integrate y dapat x, integrate cos, saya dapat positive sign. But don't forget to divide with, differentiate the function inside the bracket, which is 2x. Okay, yang ni ramai tinggal. Okay, so further lagi, dapat x minus 1 over 2 again. Sebab kita differentiate 2x dapat 2. So dekat bawah ada 2. So I put it as 1 over 2 lah. 0 to pi over 2. Okay, yang ini pun sama. Substitute using the CALC. You kena copy semula this one, replace into your calculator. Make sure your calculator mode in radian. Okay, so dekat sini I skip the step. So suppose saya dapat sini 1 over 2 pi over 2 minus 1 over 2 times 0. So 1 over 4 pi, so 1 over 4 pi 1 over 4 pi pi dekat atas so equal to, you nak leave your answer with this pi or boleh ataupun gunakan decimal number. Right, I believe those yang gunakan calculator for MS dia akan dapat decimal number. Okay, that's it for question number 2. Moving on, question number 4. Exponential integrals and index function. Okay, for exponential function, remember integrate of exponent, dia akan dapat balik exponent plus c. Tapi kalau integrate exponent with function, dia akan dapat copy saja semula and jangan lupa differentiate your function. Okay, this is what happening over here, which is kita akan integrate 6 power of 6 exponent power of negative x. So kita akan gunakan the second one lah. Okay, so kalau tak suka dengan 6, boleh letakkan 6 outside. Alright, so 6, number 1 you copy dahulu, and don't forget to differentiate of your function. Okay, so 6 dapat negative 1. Okay, so kat sini akan dapat negative 6 exponent negative x with the limit of to 1. So substitute lah, negative 6 exponent negative 2 minus negative 6 exponent negative 1. So press your calculator over here, you akan dapat value dia ialah 1.3953. Okay, alright. This is my favorite question. Alright. Okay, apa yang kita tahu before this? Differentiate. Let's say you ada y equal to ax. So differentiate, you akan dapat ax ln x. Ini kalau standard form. Kalau general form, afx, you akan dapat number 1 you copy dahulu. Second dapat ln a. Sorry, kat sini ln a, mistake. And then you kena multiply dengan differentiate the function. Okay, tapi kalau case kita, dia minta kita to differentiate, to integrate 4 power of x. Okay, so kita kena start juga dengan differentiation. Kenapa kena start dengan differentiation? Because this is the reverse process. Remember, integration is the anti-differentiation, anti-derivative. Okay, so ini adalah reverse process. So sebab tu kita kena start dengan differentiate dahulu, baru kita boleh tahu apa hasil integrate dia. Okay, now kita ada y equal to 4x dx. So nak gunakan yang mana? Yang nombor 1 ke yang nombor 2? So nombor 1. Sebab function awak, power awak ialah x sahaja. Okay, so gunakan nombor 1. Right. So dy over dx, you akan dapat 4x ln x. Okay, ini adalah derivative. Tapi yang kita nak ialah integration. Remember, integration is the anti-derivative to the differentiation, right? So maknanya kalau kita integrate yang ini with respect to x, you akan dapat balik semula yang ini. Contoh, let's say you nak integrate x dx, you akan dapat x squared plus c, right? X squared over 2 plus c. Okay, cuba awak differentiate, dapat tak balik x ni? Okay, so dy over dx, you akan dapat differentiate minit power bawa turun bawah, right? 2x power minus 1 is 1 divided by 2, so cancel. Kan dia dapat x ni, so dia akan copy balik sini, betul tak? Alright, so therefore we have to start from here lah, from the differentiation. Okay, simpan sekejap, kalau tak ada orang tu saya tulis. Alright. Okay, so now kita focus on the integration. Tapi yang kita nak only the first part. Apa maksud the first part ni? Kita nak yang ini je. So again, sorry, ni bukan ln 4, ni ln x. Ni ln 4, ni ln 4 constant. Sebab ni ln a base, you punya base. Okay, so we know that y equal to 4x, tapi bila kita differentiate dapat 4x times ln 4. So bila kita integrate 4x ln 4 ni constant. Remember, constant kita boleh letak di luar. So therefore integrate 4x ln 4 dx, kita tahu jawapan dia akan dapat 4x, but we don't want this ln 4 sebab kita nak integrate this 4 power of x. So ln 4 put outside, treat as a constant. Okay, so kita tahu the answer will be 4x, because they satisfy the anti-differentiation over here. Okay, now kita nak integrate 4x dx sahaja. So what happen dengan this ln 4? So put at the right hand side. So multiply become divide. So 4x over ln 4. Okay, so therefore this is the answer for integration of 4x. But since we have the limit from 0 to 0.5, so therefore you have to substitute the lower limit and upper limit into the result of integration over here. So for 0.5 over ln 4 minus with 4 power of 0 over ln 4. So final answer would be okay, over here you will have press your calculator, you will have 0.7213. Okay, how about question B? Question B, they start with the integration of a quotient, which is two function that divide to each other. So therefore ini boleh gunakan long division lah. So by using long division, okay, so you wanted to divide 2x plus 3 with x plus 1. So the suitable quotient over here would be 2 lah, right? Multiply by 2, you will have 2x plus 2. Ada reminder? Yes, there is a reminder, which is 3 minus 2 is 1. So put in the form of quotient plus reminder, so 2 plus 1 over x plus 1. So integrate from 0 to 2, 2 plus 1 over x plus 1 dx. Therefore you akan dapat kat sini ialah 2x and then 1 over x plus 1 is a reciprocal. Bila kata reciprocal, therefore you akan dapat ln of your function. And don't forget to divide dengan differentiate the function inside the bracket. Tapi since function kita dalam bracket is only x plus 1, which kita mesti dapat 1, right? So I put it up here. So 2x plus ln x plus 1 over 1. Tak perlulah letak over 1 So substitute with the upper limit and lower limit. Therefore you akan dapat kat sini ialah 5.0986 minus 0. Therefore final answer is 5.0986. Okay, next 1 over x. Ini very simple lah, you tak tahu, you better go check week number 7. Okay, this is a reciprocal, therefore you akan dapat ln x. Substitute with the upper limit and lower limit. So ln x, ln exponent of 3x minus ln exponent of squared. Therefore kat sini press your calculator, you dekat 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, another question. Right. So kat sini macam mana nak solve? My suggestion is again expand, sebab ni power only power 2 expand. So roughly you akan dapat kat sini ialah 1 to x plus 1 over x plus 1 over x dx. If you expand, you akan dapat sini ialah x squared plus 1 over x times 1 over x. Sorry, silap which is x multiply with 1 over x plus 1 over x times x plus 1 over x times 1 over x dx. Simplify further, you akan dapat x squared plus 2 plus 1 over x squared dx. Simplify lagi, you akan dapat sini 1 to x squared 2 plus x power of negative 2. Okay, So kat sini you boleh start integrate, which is you akan dapat ialah x cube over 3 to x minus 1 over x from 1 to 2. So kalau you substitute, you akan dapat sini ialah 37 over 6 minus 4 over 3. I skip the step, tapi I believe you tahulah. Substitute je dia punya upper limit, lower limit. Therefore final answer will be 4, 5 over 6, or in decimal 4.8333. Okay, so question number 5 ni I believe you boleh buat by your own. Yang ni you akan dapat reciprocal. So function awak 2, constant 2 ni boleh put outside, so you akan dapat reciprocal. Okay, ni pun sama, nama h. Alright, so see you on the next video for the next subtopic. Thank you.